Living Arts of Tulsa sends teams of 3 professional facilitators from diverse backgrounds to empower students in the 5th through 12th grades to create student-based interdisciplinary work based on play. This program develops creative thinking skills, helping students create individualized artworks and simply expanding self-confidence as creative individuals. There is a minimum of 2 class periods per day required over a 3-day residency. Each day, students do research with non-traditional supplies, present what they explored, and build on their discoveries with group work. Video is used to analyze their work, and facilitators lead discussions that increase perception skills. At the end of the residency, the teacher and the students are asked to fill out an evaluation, and after receiving the evaluation, the teacher is given a DVD showing historic and contemporary interdisciplinary artists, which is accompanied by a script that he or she may use to reinforce the class's recent explorations.
I'm Karen Dotson at Skelly Elementary in Tulsa. The students come in and they don't really know what to expect. They're used to having to listen and find out exactly what they're doing, and they make a product. So they're really surprised when the artists come in and give them freedom to do what they want to with the materials, and they don't give them a whole lot of guidelines of what to do, and it freaks out my perfectionists quite a bit. But they encourage them to explore the materials, and it takes a while for it to sink in that they are not responsible to come up with a final product that represents something, but that they're to be exploring. But the kids quickly catch on based on the feedback from the artists, and they gradually get more and more comfortable with that. And then as the artists start to ask them questions about, trying to include movement, or what did you observe with light or color or sound, they start to become more and more bold in their exploration and get an idea of where to go with it and get way more comfortable with that open-ended, I don't have to come up with a product that my teacher's going to grade.
Okay.
They bring boxes and boxes of fans and lights and papers and transparent films and tape, lots and lots of tape. Really had a good time with that. Some PVC pipe, some tubes, things that they can put together and build. But I'm always astonished at what the kids go to that just looks like something I would throw in the trash can, and what they can make out of it, their imagination. So it doesn't look like they brought anything valuable, but the kids quickly find something to do with it. Yeah. On day 1, they're very nervous, and they keep asking questions, trying to figure out what's expected of them and what kind of product they have to have and what would be the right answer and what will get the best response. And most of the first day, you see a lot of those type of behaviors and reactions. They start to relax a little bit at a time. On day 2, they're finally getting it. They understand. They are free to explore. There are no wrong answers. Their observations are valued, and that frees them up to explore more, be more daring, think more creatively. By the 3rd day, they're begging for them to come back. Can't you come back tomorrow? Why does it have to only be 3 days? This is the most fun we've ever had. And the effects kind of last, too, for a while. So we start working on testing or something like that, and then they're back to, ooh, 1 right answer. But it gives them more freedom when I present them with something creative to understand that there are many right answers there, or there is no right answer, that it's all valued. When they have an opportunity to do something creative after that, or for brainstorming ideas for a story and writing, they're a whole lot more willing to open up and say what's on their mind without evaluating it first. Mm-hmm. That sounds like it could be a bad thing if kids talk without thinking, but I mean it in a positive way. Kids in the 5th grade, they're getting to the point where they're a little bit more self-conscious. What does this person think of me? What does that person think of me? And some of them were afraid to speak when they first started with the artists, and there's always one or two who's willing to talk and say whatever's on their mind. Some are very, very quiet, and it turns out those are often the most creative kids. And by the end of the third day with the artists, they are starting to share, and then you see the kids, those same kids, when you're trying to do something creative in class or you're brainstorming or asking for ideas, the children who weren't willing to talk before, now they are. Because they're not afraid of what the teacher will say, will the teacher judge them, and the students around them have also learned how to appreciate what someone is saying.
Oh, look at her face.
I think it's really, really important. Right now, the way all schools are with the high stakes testing, we focus so much attention, there's so much pressure on the teachers and on the students to do well on the tests. So we spend all our time covering content and how to take a test, how to find the one right answer. And that paralyzes the kids, that makes them less able to be creative and less able to think freely and less able to realize there is more than one right answer. I need the artist to come in and model it for me, and the kids need the artist to come in and set them free and let them know that this other aspect of their abilities where they can be creative thinkers and creative problem solvers is equally as valuable as what they show they know on the state testing.